Hi, this is a tutorial on how to make a Google group. A Google group is recommended for inside the domain. We're talking about atlanticIaschools.org or student@atlanticIaschools.org. First thing you want to do is access your account. So I'm going to go ahead and use the dummy account, Dora the Explorer. Once I pull this up, we will go to the apps login, click on the apps, then click on the app groups. Then that is the Google group. The Google group is great for mass emails for inside the domain. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new group. I'm going to call it Test 101. You'll notice the group name is Test 101, but the group email is Test 101. If you don't like the hash or the hashtag, or not hashtag, minus sign, you can go ahead and remove it. Or so on. You can edit this if you want, but you have to have some type of email address. You'll notice the email address will be test101@atlanticIaschools.org. You could give it a description and so on. Go ahead and scroll down. There's really not much you're going to do. The thing you want to look at is permissions. All members of the group can view topics. I would not, in my preference, would not have all organizations can view topic. I would uncheck that. Then the other thing is, depending on how you want to set up your group. Most groups that I set up, usually managers and owners are the only ones that can actually post to a group. So what that means is the one that created the group or have set ownership or manager permissions can send to this group. If you want it to be a collaborative group, let's say like the technology department, you can then have all three of us post to that group, depending on how you want to do it. More, like I said, the majority of the groups that are set up is just the owner or the manager are able to post to that group. So I'm going to continue to keep that setting as the majority. Also, I always like anyone in the organization can ask. And that is pretty much all you really need to do. Go ahead and hit create. Once that is created, then you're going to have to put your members in that group. So give it a second here. Congratulations, your Google group has been created. Go ahead and hit OK. Then the next step you need to know is you're going to go to the gear settings and you're going to go to group settings. Once you come in that, this looks familiar to you. You can go back and change it, but we're worried about members. So let's go ahead and click on members. And I do not like to invite members. I'd like to directly add them. So go ahead and click on directly add. And I'm going to go ahead and pick on Roger and Stacy here. Oh, not that. And Stacy Sorensen, and so this is Dora's account. I'll go ahead and add myself, and you can write a welcome message if you want, but then go ahead and click add. Now you can go to all members, and let's say these guys are unable to email this group if they wanted to. The only people that can is Dora. But let's say I do want Roger to be able to send to this group. I can change his permission. I can click on that particular check mark, go down to actions, and add the role of an owner. So that means he can manage and help assist with this group, and he also can post to this group. So if I go back to members, or I want to go to set information and go to general information. This is again test101@atlanticIaschools is the email. Well, since this is just created, and sometimes it takes up to 24 hours to create, then sometimes you have to copy and paste. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the test101. We know at the end is @atlanticIaschools.org. So I'm going to go back to Dora email, go ahead and hit create, and I'm going to type in test101@atlanticIaschools.org. I'm going to show you how this works. Alright, so I'm going to go then and hit send. Now, if I go back to my apps and go to groups, you'll also make note that if I go to the Test 101 group, my groups, and the Test 101, there we go, just gotta be patient. Test group for demo purposes has been posted. Also, that means Roger, Stacy, and myself in my other email, if I go to my email, all received an email with that as well. So here's an email from Dora, Dora the Explorer. It says a test email, and so on. So you can see why the groups are really nice to set up when you're inside the domain, because they also have access to it in multiple places. And if you just make it yourself to be the owner to send, that is how it works. So again, if you have any questions about groups kind of have a lot of little bits of information that sometimes you might need more additional help. So please let us know.